If you work with emotional or binge eating and you don't understand the role of safety, you're going to feel stuck very quickly, because emotional eating isn't about food at all. It's about a nervous system that doesn't feel safe. So in this short video, I want to give you one of the most important lenses we use when working with emotional and binge eating, the lens of psychological safety. Now, for many clients, emotional eating developed for one simple reason. It worked to regulate their nervous system. At some point earlier in life, food became a reliable way to calm stress, anxiety, or emotional overload. The brain logged that as a solution that worked. The dopamine hit from fat, sugar, or salt counteracted the high cortisol, and over time, it became automatic. So it's now not a conscious choice, it's an autopilot response to stressors. Now, what's important to understand is that this is never a willpower issue. It's a safety response driven by the nervous system. So why do so many clients feel unsafe? Well, often our clients grew up in environments where they had to stay alert. Maybe a parent was unwell, unpredictable, emotionally unavailable, or struggling themselves with mental illness, physical illness, addiction, or something else. The child learned to scan the room, read the mood, and stay on guard. Their worst fear was causing mum or dad to either kick off or to withdraw emotionally. And that hypervigilance never switched itself off just because the client is now an adult with support, stability, and resources. The brain hasn't got the memo that the danger has passed. So this client lives in a near constant state of stress and hypervigilance. In Ireland, we'd say they're up to 90. Not in crisis, but close enough that it doesn't take much to tip them over. And when they hit 100, the old coping strategy of emotional or binge eating kicks in. Not because they're hungry, but because it brings cortisol down and gives a quick dopamine lift. I often explain this to clients as a scale from 0 to 100. If someone is running at 80 or 90 most of the day, one small trigger is enough to push them into an eating episode. I often use the visual metaphor of either a thermometer or the strongman bell at the fairground that you hit to get up to 100, so clients can begin to feel their stress in their body. Where is it? What number is it at? So crucially, the goal is not to work on stopping emotional or binge eating in the moment. It's usually too late. The real work is helping the nervous system come back down earlier, so it takes much longer to reach that tipping point. This is where simple grounding and regulation tools matter, and one of the easiest is what I call the hand-on-heart exercise. Now, I've adapted this from Kristen Neff's audiobook, Self-Compassion Step by Step, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Hands on the chest, a slow breath in, a longer breath out. The pressure of the hands plus the extended exhale send a very clear signal of safety to the nervous system. So let's give it a try now, and then you can then guide your clients to use it in session. First, rub your hands together briskly until you feel heat being generated between the palms of your hands. Then cup your hands over your heart and feel the heat from your hands radiate into your chest. Now take a slow breath in for the count of 5 and breathe out for a count of 8. The pressure of your hands plus the slower exhale gives your nervous system a clear, you're safe signal. You're showing yourself a moment of self-compassion. This is literally a heart-warming exercise. Now, clients will not remember to do this in the moment of overwhelm unless they are practicing it. So after you do this with clients in session, I recommend they set 3 alarms in their phone to go off throughout the day, with a gentle alarm tone or sound, and the name of the alarm should be Hands on Heart. If they can take just 30 to 60 seconds to do this 3 times a day, even when they don't need it, they are A, reducing their stress level each time, and B, far more likely to remember it as a strategy when they do need it. This is the critical part, to explain to clients the importance of just doing it when the alarm goes off, because when it's practiced regularly, it will help reduce their stress and cortisol down from 90 back to 30 or 40, and that alone can dramatically reduce emotional eating episodes. When both you and your clients understand emotional eating through the lens of safety, everything changes. The behaviour makes sense. The the client's shame reduces, and your interventions are more effective. This is one of the core foundations we teach in our specialist training, because without it, practitioners either over-focus on food or can feel out of their depth. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.